My name is Dan DeBono. I'm an independent thinking Republican candidate for Congress for New York 3, the seat currently held by Tom Suozzi. This is my first run for major political office. I'd like to tell you a little about myself and the district, then why I'm running. I was born and raised in Northport by a large, extended Irish and Italian family of first-generation immigrants. Similar to many of you, my grandparents came to the United States to escape poverty. My parents were born in the Lower East Side of Manhattan and the Bronx. My family is teachers, cops, nurses, soldiers, sailors, nuns, and most of all, we're public servants. My wife is a Latin American immigrant who came to the United States as a 10-year-old, speaking no English. We went through the naturalization process together, and she proudly became an American citizen. We have 2 children who, I must say, are also independent thinking. I was born to a patriotic family. For generations, my family has served this country proudly. My dad served in the Korean War, my grandfather in World War I. My brothers and I all served during Operation Desert Storm. I first volunteered for public service in college when I joined the U.S. Navy SEALs. My SEAL class of 100 men was whittled down to 22. For 6 months, the most hardened professional warriors in the world did what they could to find our weaknesses, to root out those that were not committed. Instead, the instructors sought to find those that could operate and lead in constant stress and chaos, who could endure failure and hardship. We learned that nothing mattered but the will to succeed. I've relied on these principles. The only way we're going to keep America safe from foreign enemies is to have an elite military, made up of warriors with the best equipment and the best training and backed up by the best nation the world has ever known. The training I endured and the relationships I established in the service became the cornerstone of my life. After the Navy, I graduated from the University of Chicago's Graduate School of Business, where I was trained in true free market thinking. I spent 20 years in finance, first as a banker, and then as an investor working on behalf of large institutions, such as pension funds, universities, and foundations. I currently run a small investment business. Some words on our district. New York 3's population has been stagnating, as many middle-class families continue to face financial stress, manifest by families having fewer children and many young people being forced to move elsewhere. This financial stress is a direct result of the high cost of living relative to local job opportunities, and poor government policy has been a contributor to that stress. First-term Democrat Tom Suozzi votes 90% of the time with Nancy Pelosi. He has voted several times against veterans, and he continues to vote against smart, job-creating deregulation. And while he has only been in Congress for a year, he has a long track record as part of the swamp. When Suozzi was Nassau County executive, every problem was met with a massive tax hike. You see, Suozzi raised taxes by hundreds of millions of dollars when he was county executive, and he failed because shortly after he left office, the Nassau Interim Finance Authority invoked a control period. They had to take over. Suozzi couldn't lead. He couldn't make the tough decisions. Now, with the changing of the state and local tax deduction, Tom Suozzi's massive tax hikes are coming home to roost. Compounding for over 10 years now, Suozzi bears significant responsibility for our high taxes. And then we elect him to represent us in Congress? I am running for Congress to strengthen middle-class jobs, to strengthen our local infrastructure, and to protect us physically. I believe we can strengthen the middle class through increasing competition, through smart deregulation, and through small business growth. We need to ensure government policy does not advantage large multinationals over local small businesses through heavy-handed regulation. We need to ensure our small businesses have an even playing field with the large conglomerates that continue to utilize government-regulated capital to consolidate industries and destroy middle-class jobs. I seek to modernize our aging infrastructure, including the Long Island Railroad. Our infrastructure is the foundation of our quality of life, and needs to keep up with our changing needs. I will be a powerful advocate for us in Washington. New York 3 possesses one of the nation's most talented workforces and stunning natural beauty. New York 3 should be and can be a national leader in business startups and a magnet for corporate employers, entrepreneurs, and a great home for young families. We need the right advocate for us in Washington, fighting hard every day. I was raised to love my country and to fight for her unconditionally, to love something more than I love myself. And that's the way I still live. And that's why I'm running for U.S. Congress.